Welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for Rune. Now out on the 4-hour chart, this is my primary count, and that is that we've completed our 4th wave and working on our 5th wave to complete our 3rd wave in green, as you can see. Now just going over this count real quick, we had a pretty small 1-2 followed by a larger 1-2 with a flat. We then came up for our 3rd wave, past the 1.618, and this was the area of confusion, but I believe we have a WXY complex correction. The big giveaway here was this B wave. I can't count it as 5, so I have it as 3. So we have a flat A, B, C, X wave, and our other 3-wave pattern to complete a WXY. Now we came right to the 382, which is expected for our 4th wave, and we have rejected in an impulsive manner to the upside. Targets on this are pretty wide. I've pulled a few different fibs here. First, our 1-to-1 off our 4th is at 840, but our 1 through 3 off the 4th is up at the 618 extension there at 1289. The 786 on the larger time frame retracement of the move to the downside is at 1048. So I'm aiming somewhere around $10 because that's the 2.382 extension. I'll be able to zone in better on this once we get some waves fill out here, some price action to actually pull pivots from, and obviously using smaller time frames to get out of this market in the future. But we'll go down to the smaller time frames. I am in this trade. I got into it yesterday. Pretty wild risk reward currently, but let's just hope this pans out. So I got in right at the 382, around $4. As soon as we made this explosive move, I moved my stop to break even. So I'm completely free rolled in this trade at this moment. But looking at yesterday's move, there's the extensions we were looking for. Doesn't look quite complete yet for a 3rd wave. So our wave 1 and 2, looking for our 3rd to come up to the 1.618, our 4th back around the 100, find support on this trend line to the downside, and targeting between the 200 minimum around the 2.236 for our 5th, and that'll be our minute, very small wave 1. So let's go even smaller here, see where we're at. Let me just up this on the micro so we can actually get a count here. Looks like we have our wave 1. Here's our 2nd wave 1. Looks like a diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Working on our 3rd, 4th, and we're looking for a 5th to the upside. So it looks like we're on track to complete here. 1, 2, 3. It could be in, maybe one more. Looking to hold previous 4th wave and our 5th to the upside. So when I'm tracking these counts, what I'm looking for here is us to complete our 5 waves up to be able to get confident in our count. If we don't reach that 1.618 extension, remember an ABC looks pretty much the same as a 1, 2, 3, right? The big difference is we reach the 1.618. Remember, our most common target for an ABC is the 1-to-1 area, the 1.236, and the 1.382. So if we don't reach the 1.618, probabilities are we're actually back to the downside, right? Unless we get an extended 5th, because we need one of the waves most likely to be extended. So it's going to be very important to see how high this 5th wave of this 3rd goes. I don't want to see it stall out and start to reject. And we're always watching. I'm always watching as we go through these moves. Because say we get this 3rd wave, what are our expectations? We hold between the 382 and the 50, right, of this 3rd wave. So after we get these moves, if we get these moves, we want to hold these levels at the previous fourth wave and come up. It's very important to pay attention what happens after we get there. This was looks like a double zigzag, or a B, C as a flat B wave. So we'd expect potentially a deep retracement, just because this one came to the 382. So we look at previous waves to determine what we can expect in the future, right? If you're new to Elliott Wave, you have to get educated on this stuff. But looking for this third and fourth to complete, and then I want to see a fifth wave, at least to the 1.618, and then I want to see sideways price action to get confident on this count. If we just come up in the 382 and we start rejecting hard, I might consider bailing out of my trade on a retrace as an ABC. There's a much different market analysis that goes on if you get something like that up to the 382 than something like this and we drift sideways. So very important to pay attention to what happens after we hit target, just to give us an early indication. But as of right now, it looks good. We got quite the impulse to the upside, even down on the smaller wave once we complete. This is our third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our third of our third, our 5 waves in our third. Again, you can track all the way down to this small area where you want your fourth to hold above the 50 of this wave, right? Now, if you're scalping these small moves, which I do quite often, and I got the buy here, my trade setup would be much different than the larger term trend. It would be just something like this, targeting that third wave up to once I count 3 waves up, and I might take profit there. Or if you're not in, you can look to take a re-entry here, stop at the other side of the 50 because that's where it should if it is a fourth wave, and you can just target that fifth of the third, right? See, there's lots of trades always available. It just depends how confident you are in them and how tight you want to play your stop and your trading style. Are you trading all day? Can you even scalp? But as of right now, if you're going for that big move up around 10 cents, it's a really nice entry. I'll probably just leave this one until I get more indication of where this market's going. But as of right now, it looks pretty good to the upside until something changes. All right, guys, that's it for Rune. Thanks for watching. I updated quite a few things today, and I'm going to do some more updates. If you want to see the most recent video, just click the playlist at the end, and it's my most recent video. Thanks.